Hello, this is Bill Colodzi. Welcome to an 8-4 Shadows over Innistrad draft. Now, we've got a rare, but it's just a land. These aren't great. But in the same color, we have Pack Guardian, which is a nice one. Griff's Boon is another one to look at. The Cult is decent. I guess you have to go really deep on werewolves for this to be great, but it's fine without that stuff. Werewolf, Stormrider Spirit's okay, and some random stuff. Pyrohound if you're in the deck. But I think the best card here is just going to be Pack Guardian. It's okay if you have synergies with it, but a 4-mana 4/3 flash is just good on its own. We'll start with that. Now, we could keep going into wolves with like Howlpack Wolf here. That sounds kind of good to me. To the Slaughter's okay, but the 3-mana sacrifice effect isn't good against every deck if they have tokens or some kind of thing. Murder's Axe, yeah, I think the safe pick here is going to be this Howlpack Wolf. Vessel could be fine. Keeps us in green. And there's a couple combinations with green where Delirium's important. And Vessel is very nice in those decks. However, a 3-mana 3/3 that has no drawbacks as long as you have some other wolves. Get some wolfies in here. Sounds like a good start. Okay, green is disappearing somewhat. But there's this Kessig Forge Master. 2 drops are important. It's a little weaker than Angelic Purge might be the best card here. However, the 2-mana cards are better than they look, and this flip is actually quite nice. I'm going to pick this over Angelic Purge here. The upside is strong, and a synergistic green-red deck is just going to be better than a random white-red or white-green deck. So hopefully cards keep appearing in this wolf theme, and we get rewarded. If not, we gave up a white card that we might not end up playing anyway. Yeah, I think in live Magic, wolves aren't usually as open, but this is kind of like the way they did it at the Pro Tour, where no one sees what you open. They're sleeved up or whatever. Pouring some tea here. Ooh. Okay, so red and green are just completely out of it. Pretty much looks like that. We could try to go into red-white with this Nahiri's Machinations. But that doesn't sound so great. Chasm might be fine. Compelling Deterrence is just insanely good. It's an instant. It has this upside. It's pretty bad with our first picks, but it's just amazing otherwise. The Moondrakes are expensive. I mean, it's a fine effect, but it is a bit too expensive. Other things to consider would be Expose Evil, I don't know, some other stuff. I'm going to take the Deterrence. Cryptolithrite, not sure about that. Not Forgotten. I actually like Uncaged Fury here. Maybe we go into a blue-red tempo deck. That word's been used a lot lately, but yeah, go into a blue-red tempo deck with some early creatures backed up by tricks and bounce spells. On that note, the Niblis would be good too, but Uncaged Fury just wins. You need one guy as like a 4/4, 5/5, and then put the Uncaged Fury, possibly paired with another trick, and that can just close out the game immediately. Howlpack Wolf number 2. Yeah, so green has disappeared. Green has disappeared, so we're interested in things like Vessel of Ephemera, but we passed a lot of white, and this Howlpack Wolf is going to be fine here. Alright, Gibbering Fiend. So there's a payoff for Delirium here. Gas Deaf, Arsonists, and not much else. So yeah, take the 2-drop. Not sure how easy Delirium is, but that's okay. Ooh, so I mean, I don't know how Pack 2 is going to go, but if we get rewarded with some wolves and werewolves and things, this Moonlight Hunt might just be the best here. Nothing else is exciting. Stoic Builder has its place. Essence Flux is exciting if you have some spirits, but that's not us. Alright. Humans, Might Beyond Reason. I do like Might Beyond Reason. It's a little more exciting if you have Delirium, but it could be fine. It is an instant. It works with Uncaged Fury a little bit. Okay, Ghostly Wings, Senseless Rage, and Explosive Apparatus. I'll take Ghostly Wings here. Red is the color of madness, and that looks like the color we'll pair this with. Not to mention just putting a +1/+1 and flying on a Halpak Wolf is great. So our second color could be just about anything here. We've got 2 really good blue cards, 2 really good green cards. Well, not really good, but decent. Alright, Equestrian Skill. I don't like this kind of thing, but it does give certain cards trample. I'll take Root Out. You want 1 Root Out for the sideboard, I mean, at least. And although unlikely, we could go blue-green still, where the clues are not irrelevant. Alright. Yeah, nothing great so far, but it looks like a good curve in red. Huh. The Chasm, I wonder. Right now I'd rather take the Homunculus. I don't like cards like the Magmatic Chasm in general. I think they're rather weak, or they're either very weak or very strong, so it's not going to bail you out of a bad situation. Unless that situation is a big ground stall and you're about to lose it, and it's the last thing you draw and you win. But it is kind of narrow. It restricts the type of deck you can build. And it's common, so we have another shot at it. Whereas the Homunculus is always going to be decent in this type of deck. I mean, it doesn't look that good. I mean, it's a Goblin Piker, but Skulk is stronger than it looks. As a weak form of evasion. I'll just say it. It's a form of evasion. Just small evasion. Anything that can block it would usually trade with it, so those are the kind of attacks you want to make. Yeah, let's see. Can we draw anything good? Well, there's Westvale Abbey. I mean, it's a plan B for any deck is to just win with a 9/7 Profane Prince. So there's some interesting things here, but this has got to be the best. We can pick up some more creatures. It doesn't really work against either of our strategies so far. So yeah, happy to pick that up here. Ooh, Elusive Tormentor. Unfortunately, I don't think that's any good. I mean, it's really good, but it's not good for us. Foreboding Ruins would help play it. Autumnal Gloom is a little hard to get going. Nearheath Chaplain is great. Quilled Wolf, that might be it. So, yeah, let's get rid of this stuff for a moment. And I think we could take Rush of Adrenaline, which works very well with the Uncaged Fury. Or we could just take another Wolf and try to go into that synergy. I mean, we kind of have good synergy there. I'm going to take this Wolf. Even though green wasn't open from our right, it might be much more open from our left. So I'm sort of willing to take that chance here. Okay, not much left. Mad Prophet might be the most exciting. Convicted Killer is one of the weakest. A pretty weak pack. Vessel is good. Vessel might be good with Westvale Abbey, but we just don't have any other things to go with it. So, Yeah, the Mad Prophet is good. We just don't have any Madness cards yet with it. That's alright, though. That should be fine. Sanguinary Mage. Ooh, I kind of like that. And green, it's too early to say it's being cut from the left as well, but it looks like it's being a little cut from the left. Yeah, the mage is fine though. It works well with tricks. It's a little defensive body that threatens to be bigger later. So we can just keep our creatures on one side and see what we really have going on here. So here's our creature curve. Pack Guardian to help in case of a flood. Second Harvest, well, we do have a couple token generators, but that's not what I'm interested in. Skin Invasion, on the other hand. Huh. I wonder if that's any good. I mean, I know it is good, but how are we going to take advantage of it? The safe pick might be Quilled Wolf here, but yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. I'll take Skin Invasion. It leads to more busted draws. And now we do have some green. We have Hermit. Foil Rise from the Tides for some sweetness. Gloom Widow, not quite as good as the Howlpack Wolf, unless you're really worried about flyers, but yeah, the Hermit's great. Being a werewolf is nice, nice little bonus. Oh boy, the Village Messenger. I'm still not too interested in the Vessel, because we don't have that many payoffs. I mean, the Might Beyond Reason is not reason enough. Take the Village Messenger here, and the haste is not bad. This is shaping up to be a fairly aggressive deck. Aim High might have been a nice pick there too. Okay. Rabid Bite, this is a good pack. Graph Mole going late. Rabid Bite is just going to be the best card for this deck. We don't have clues going on. 3 mana 2/4 is not bad to begin with, but yeah, take Rabid Bite. Malevolent Whispers. Nice. Okay, so we do have a couple ways to discard things, or yeah, Mad Prophet. And this is a really powerful card. It's so easy to lose out of nowhere. Yeah, definitely happy to pick that up. Rush of Adrenaline. I was hoping to get this because, yeah, aggressive deck. Ooh, Intrepid Provisioner. So, yeah, white is somewhat open at least. We do have a bunch of humans. Well, we have a handful of humans, let's say. So the Provisioner might be playable. The Ox is a little hard to get through. Not worried about anything else there. Devil is red. Yeah. I generally wouldn't want Warped Landscape unless I didn't have, unless I really needed the Delirium or it was 3 colors. But I think it's fine in those cases. And I don't really need the Delirium. Like, if you have a bunch of other ways to get lands into your graveyard, you probably just don't need to run the landscape. Although in the next set, when Emrakul comes back, if that is the case, then maybe Colorless Mana will do something. Breakneck Rider, nice. This guy, maybe I just haven't played enough, but it doesn't shout at me when I open this pack and see, whoa, Breakneck Rider. Whereas cards like Angelic Purge and Murderous Compulsion, my eyes immediately go to those as some of the best cards. But this really is good. I don't know, I haven't drafted this deck enough to be excited by seeing this card, if you know what I mean. Pour of the Pages, that's also fine. Choked Estuary, we're finding a lot of these lands that just don't do anything for us. But yeah, Breakneck Rider, it's great. Ooh, Relentless Dead, huh? Oh man. I kind of want to take it, but it's just not going to be played. Yeah, we're not going to get any value out of it. So another skin invasion. Maybe that's good. Yeah, we need some removal to make that really good. A 2 might be pushing it when we don't. Well, we have rabbit bites and things. Yeah, I'll take another skin invasion. Reduce to ashes. Okay, so if it would die, exile it instead. And skin invasion says when it dies. Yeah, so it doesn't work well with skin invasion. Rush of adrenaline is probably the pick here. No, neglected heirloom. Yeah, I want to try that out. We have plenty of flip cards. Skin invasions don't really count, but we have a few ways to flip this guy, and it just becomes such a beast when it flips. And it's not bad when you can't flip it anyway. Alright, so we're probably fighting someone else for the werewolf deck, but that's alright. Rush of Adrenaline number 2 versus a Groundskeeper. Groundskeeper doesn't do anything for this deck, so I'll take the Rush. And now, we're kind of short on creatures, so not being lured by the foil, but it does look like we need some more creatures. So that's a good one. Wicker Witch or a second Uncaged Fury. Wicker Witch could be good, but it just doesn't have any of their relevant types. Haunted Cloak, just a little underwhelming. And anything else? Yeah, if we really needed creatures, we could take the Builder. It does work well with the Provisioner. We do need creatures. I don't know if Loam Dryad is good enough. Oh, this is a tough one. Uncaged Fury number 2 or second creature. Gosh, I'll take the Stoic Builder. Not sure that was right, but we do need creatures. Aim high. Yeah, this could be good in the main deck or out of the sideboard. So put it in the sideboard for now. Geist Blast, although I don't like a 3-mana shock if you can't recur that. Insolent Neonate, usually a nice card, but a little worse when you don't have too many Madness cards. So I'll take this unexciting Convicted Killer. Landscape, Tormenting Voice, sure. Inner Struggle and Sanguinary Mage. A nice part about having a bunch of creatures is this Westvale Abbey, but Inner Struggle is going to be good enough that, you know, pretty close to removal in this deck. Might be on Reason. Yeah, I like it, but not being able to have Delirium most of the time makes it kind of worse. I don't really like Convicted Killer. We probably need one more cut anyway. Groundskeeper. Okay. Vessel's just so bad. It's really like, once you know about card advantage, you can start to, you know, to identify cards like that that are just really bad. But we were talking about tempo. I guess it is a tempo play. You sacrifice card advantage to get a, you know, a mana advantage or board advantage. Alright, so we're out of these colors, and we're just red, green. I'm not going to play Warped Landscape. Although, let's see. Stoic Builder. Target land from your graveyard to your hand. Sacrifice. Right, so I guess if they killed the demon, you could get it back with the Stoic Builder and then start over. It's unlikely to ever happen. So maybe Stoic Builder is just too bad. Alright, what else? Our creature base looks decent. Maybe 2 skin invasions is too many. We'll have to see about that, because it is a powerful card. Yeah, we've got some removal. I like having a total number of creatures in hard removal to be like 17. So with 13 creatures, 14, 15, 16. We're not quite there, but I guess it's all right. If you count these skin invasions as like half a creature each, it's a little bit better. Yeah, the fact that they have to attack each turn, you can just, I don't know, block with anything. I'll try it out. We can side one skin invasion out and put in like convicted killer or something bad. Another trick or something. Yeah, but Westvale Abbey's definitely in. Let's get our mana balance color. So maybe 10-7? We don't need too many green. And then we need to cut one of these lands for the Westvale Abbey. 6 enough? Yeah, 6 forest is probably enough here, even for the Pack Guardian. Sure, we have ways to filter with Mad Prophet. Maybe we could put in Tormenting Voice for one of the skin invasions, and that makes this a bit more consistent. I'll try it like this. Alright, this looks like a deck, and I'll see you for round 1.